Okay, welcome to episode 2 of Captain Haddock's Homeschool University. And last time we did the Bashi Bazouk, an Albanian irregular of the Ottoman army. And today we're going to be doing Nitwits. Now, Nitwit is one of Captain Haddock's favourite insults, along with Bashi Bazouk. And it's a little bit more obvious than Bashi Bazouk and Nitwit. Last time we had some great stories about attacking across the Egyptian empire, Napoleon, people like that. I'm afraid with Nitwit, we're not going to have quite the same crazy stories, and we're going to have some more words, but we're going to end up with an absolutely fantastic word that was invented by one of our own audience members here, Mr. Arthur Stanleyworth. All right, so here is Captain Haddock calling someone a blackguard, an egoist, a nitwit, a troglodyte, a polygraph. And here is someone else calling them brutes, filibusters, nitwits, steamrollers, abacadarians. Nitwits is the word we're using today. So we're going to ask, what is a nitwit? But what else is a nitwit? And are there any other rhyme-motivated compound insults? Remember that phrase, rhyme-motivated compound insult, because that's what a nitwit is. Okay, nitwit. What is that? It's actually two words, nit and wit. Right, let's do the first word, nit. What's a nit?
A nit, something to get your hair.
Absolutely. Here we are.
Lice.
This is a lice, and the nit is the egg of a lice. Is it nice to have lice?
No.
Is it nice to have nits?
No.
No, absolutely. Not a particularly nice thing. Second word, wit. Now, what does wit mean?
A wit is what you've got. It's like a wit, I don't know.
No, nor did I. I was like, what does a wit mean? And now, if it's a word and you don't know what it means, you look it up in a book called a dictionary. And a dictionary is a list of all the words that exist, all the words that exist, and it tells you what they mean. And it says something like this. So here's surprise, surreal, surrealism, surrender. And I looked up wit, and it said, wit is the capacity for inventive thought and quick understanding, or keen intelligence. It means the ability. Can you do inventive thought? Can you understand something quickly? Do you have keen intelligence? So a nitwit is somebody who has the intelligence and capacity for inventive thought of a nit. Do you think a nit is a very clever thing?
No.
I don't think a nit's a very clever thing. Here is a big picture of a nit. Now, what is 5 plus 2? Anybody? 7. Okay, let's ask the nit. Hey nit, what's 5 plus 2? And he says, 2 plus 5, hang on, does it equal 8? No, okay, how about 9? Yeah, that's it, 9. Because the nit is not very clever. So, when you call someone a nitwit, what you're saying is you have the intelligence of, well, actually not even this, which is a head lice. You've got the intelligence of a nit, which is the egg of a head lice.
So they can't talk.
They can't even talk at all. If I said to a nit, what's 2 plus 5, it would go, because it's just stuck there as an egg, isn't it? All right. But what else is a nitwit? So let's go back to this word again. Nitwit. Word 1, nit, plus word 2, wit, equals word 3, nitwit. And so what we've got is we've got 2 words, and we've just brought them together to make 1 word. And that is called a compound word. I've got 2 words, and I've crashed them into each other to make a new word, a compound word. So nitwit is a compound word. And what's more, nit and wit rhyme, don't they? Nitwit, June, spoon. What rhymes with dog?
Dog, bog.
Dog bog, exactly. Dog bog. That would be a compound rhyming word. I'm not quite sure what it would mean, but dog bog. So what else is a nitwit? A nitwit is a compound rhyming insult. Nitwit. Are there any other rhyme-motivated compound insults? Yeah, what else is it? You're right. Maybe it's actually spelled with a K in it, and it means a nitwit, somebody who's as intelligent as a knitter. But are your grandparents knitters?
Yeah.
Are they clever? I'd say pretty clever. I think if he was calling everyone a nitwit with a K in it, they wouldn't be so offended. Okay, are there any other rhyme-motivated compound insults? I've got one for you. Big wig. Not quite an insult, but it's not a particularly nice thing to say. A big wig. What's a big wig?
It's a kind of big truck.
Kind of a big shark.
Truck.
Oh, that's a big rig. A big rig is like a big truck. A big wig means an important person. Here is a man with a very big wig. He is called Anton Graf von Montfort from 1694. That's about 100 years before what we were talking about last time with Muhammad Ali Pasha. And he has got a very, very big wig. Should we have a look at some more people from around that time with big wigs? Look at this dude. Nicolas Laguerre. He's got a big wig. This man over there. A very, very big wig. And they're pretty happy with their wigs, aren't they? Yeah. Why on earth did they have big wigs? So, the answer is baldness at that time was caused by a bad disease that you got from doing naughty things. You got it from, if your parents said, you've got to stay at home and do your schoolwork, and you said, no, I only go out and have a party, you might get this disease and it might make you bald. And so people were quite embarrassed to be bald. If you're bald, it might mean that you're being partying in the wrong way. And this guy, King Louis XIV of France, was bald. And he's probably bald because he'd been out going to parties. And so he didn't want people to know that. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go so far in the other direction that nobody will ever question me. I'm going to start wearing a really, really big wig. And then nobody can say I'm bald. But because he was the king, everyone wanted to copy the king. And everyone wanted to copy the king, but it's quite expensive to buy a big wig. You need a lot of hair to make a wig that big. And so only the rich could afford it. And that's why when we call someone a bigwig, we mean an important person, probably with lots of money. And it's because 300 years ago, the King of France was bald, and so started wearing really big wigs. How about that? Here's another compound rhyming insult that was invented by Arthur James Stalabras about 2 years ago, butt nut. I have no idea what a butt nut means. Do you know what a butt nut means?
No.
No. But it is definitely an insult. Is it an insult?
Maybe you've got a nut stuck up your butt.
Maybe you've got a nut stuck up your butt. It could be. Anyway, still unknown what it actually means.
Butt nut.
But it has been suggested that it might
Butt
mean
nut, nitwit.
someone who has got a nut.
I've got a cashew nut up my bum.
You've got a cashew nut up your bum.
No, I've got a butt on my bum.
Okay.
You're a butt nut.
But anyway, what is a butt nut? It is a compound rhyming insult.
You butt nut.
Just like a nitwit. All right, can you think of any other rhyme-motivated compound insults? I'm not going to ask you now, but you can think of that. It can be your homework. All right, so today we've worked out what a nitwit is. It is someone with the wit of a nit, and we use a dictionary to find it out. What else is a nitwit? It's a compound rhyming insult, and we looked at some other ones. Big wig, and we learned a little bit about the history of big wigs, and also, of course, butt nut, and Paul suggested what that might mean. Next time, we're going to do filibusters. Filibusters are a great one. This is going to have stories of South American revolutions. It's going to have stories of Donald Trump and North America. It's going to have stories of pirates, and it's going to have a great story about the way language develops. So next time, we're going to do filibusters. Lesson 3.